You swallow one small tablet, you go about your day. But inside your body, a war is already starting. That tiny pill, amlodipine, is about to travel through your entire body and change the pressure in every single blood vessel. And it does it quietly. No dramatic rush, no sudden crash. Over the next hour and beyond, here's exactly what is happening inside you. Stay till the end, because at minute 30 is when something remarkable happens inside your arteries. Let us start with the moment the tablet hits your mouth. The moment amlodipine lands on your tongue, saliva starts to break it down. The tablet begins to disintegrate within seconds. You swallow. The pill travels down your esophagus in under 10 seconds, carried by a wave of muscle contractions called peristalsis. It lands in your stomach. And this is where most people think the real action begins. They are wrong. Amlodipine is absorbed mainly in the small intestine, not the stomach. It is built to be slow, deliberately. Your stomach empties this drug gradually into your small intestine, and that journey alone can take 30 to 60 minutes. So in the first hour after taking this tablet, here is the truth. The drug is still being absorbed. It has not even peaked yet. Inside the small intestine, the drug molecules pass through the gut lining and enter tiny blood vessels called capillaries. This process is called passive diffusion. The drug moves from a high concentration area, your gut, into a lower concentration area, your blood. About 60 to 65% of the drug makes it into your bloodstream. The rest is broken down before it even gets there. But once it is in your blood, it latches on. Amlodipine binds to albumin, a protein in your plasma. Over 97% of the drug is protein bound. This protein binding is your body's transport system. It carries the drug safely through the blood like passengers on a bus. And here's the clever part. Only the drug that releases from albumin is active. The body releases just enough, just when it is needed. This slow release mechanism is why amlodipine does not crash your blood pressure dramatically the moment you take it. No dizziness, no dangerous drop, just a slow, controlled fall in pressure. Elegant pharmacology. The blood carries the drug towards the liver. This is where things get interesting. The liver is the body's chemical factory, and it gets fast access to almost everything you swallow. Inside liver cells, an enzyme called CYP3A4 begins to break down amlodipine into inactive metabolites. But, unlike many drugs, amlodipine largely escapes this fast distraction. This means most of the drug survives, enters the main circulation, and gets distributed to every tissue in your body. Now we reach the most important part of this story. How does amlodipine actually lower blood pressure? Inside every blood vessel, there is a layer of smooth muscle. When this muscle contracts, the vessel narrows, blood pressure goes up. When it relaxes, the vessel widens. Pressure drops, simple physics. More space, less pressure. The contraction of this smooth muscle depends on one thing: calcium ions entering the cell. Think of calcium like the trigger on a gun. No calcium in, no contraction. No contraction, no tightening of the vessel. Amlodipine is a calcium channel blocker. It literally sits in the channel and blocks calcium from getting through. With calcium blocked, the smooth muscle cannot contract. It has no choice but to relax. And when smooth muscle relaxes, the artery expands. This is called vasodilation. The vessel literally gets wider. Now blood encounters less resistance. Less resistant means the heart does not have to push as hard, and the number on the blood pressure machine begins to fall. I see this every single day in my emergency department. A patient arrives with a reading of 190 over 120. We give them their medication, and over hours, that number comes down. But this is not all amlodipine is doing. It is also working on your coronary arteries, the vessels feeding your heart. Your coronary arteries supply your heart muscle with oxygen. In hypertension, these arteries are often stiff, narrowed, and under-delivering. Amlodipine relaxes these coronary arteries too, increasing blood flow to the heart muscle itself. This is why the same drug used for blood pressure is also given for angina, chest pain caused by a poorly supplied heart. Now, the kidneys. These organs receive 20% of your entire cardiac output every minute. In uncontrolled hypertension, the high pressure damages the delicate kidney filtering units, called glomeruli. Over years, this silent damage destroys kidneys. Most patients don't feel it happening. That's what makes high blood pressure the silent killer. By lowering systemic pressure, amlodipine reduces the force hitting those glomeruli, giving the kidneys a chance to breathe. The pressure inside the kidney's filtering system normalizes. This is not just blood pressure control, this is organ protection. The brain benefits too. High blood pressure is the single biggest risk factor for stroke in sub-Saharan Africa. As amlodipine lowers pressure in the cerebral arteries, the risk of a vessel rupturing, hemorrhagic stroke, reduces. Every point of blood pressure reduction matters. A 10 mm drop in systolic pressure reduces stroke risk by 27%. So one small tablet taken every morning is quietly protecting your brain, your kidneys, and your heart simultaneously. Now, about that minute 30 I promised you. By 30 minutes after swallowing, amlodipine is crossing from your gut into your blood. The drug concentration is beginning to rise. The first arteries to respond are the small peripheral arteries, the ones in your arms, legs, and skin. Some patients notice warmth or mild flushing in the face at this stage. That is vasodilation, real physical happening right now. The heart rate may tick up very slightly, not dangerously. This is a reflex. The body senses lower pressure and tries to compensate. But unlike all the drugs, amlodipine's slow onset means this reflex is barely triggered. Your body adjusts gently, not violently. By 60 minutes, the drug is steadily climbing in your bloodstream. But its full effect, that peaks at 6 to 8 hours. This is why doctors tell you, do not expect amlodipine to work like a painkiller. It is not that kind of drug. It was designed to give you 24 hours of steady, stable protection, not a 1-hour rush. Its half-life is 35 to 50 hours. That means even if you miss a dose, the drug is still active in your body the next day. This is what makes amlodipine one of the most prescribed blood pressure drugs on earth and one of the most useful tools in an African emergency department. After the drug does its work, the liver gets to processing it. CYP3A4 enzymes oxidize the drug and break it down into inactive fragments. These metabolites are water-soluble. They move into the blood, travel to the kidneys, and are filtered out into the urine. About 60% of the drug lives in your urine, another 20 to 25% in your stool. Here is something important for patients. Unlike some medications, kidney disease does not significantly change how your body handles amlodipine. But liver disease can slow its metabolism. Older patients too may clear the drug more slowly. This is why doctors adjust doses carefully. After 7 to 8 days of daily dosing, the drug reaches what we call steady state, a stable, constant, therapeutic level in your blood. At steady state, your blood pressure is consistently controlled, not just for hours, all day, all night, through sleep. Now, the honest part. Amlodipine has side effects. The most common, ankle swelling. This happens because vasodilation shifts fluid out of the capillaries into surrounding tissue. It is not a heart failure sign. It is a drug effect. Some patients also get flushing, headache, or palpitations, especially in the first few weeks. These usually improve as your body adjusts. If you suddenly stop amlodipine, do not expect a crash. The drug clears slowly. Blood pressure returns to baseline over 7 to 10 days. No dangerous rebounds. If you're on amlodipine or your doctor just prescribed it, please hear this. This drug will not fix your blood pressure in an hour. It will not feel like anything dramatic. But every single day you take it, it is protecting your heart, your brain, and your kidneys from damage that you will never see coming until it is too late. Take it at the same time every day. do not skip doses because you feel fine. You feel fine because of the pill. That's the point. I am Dr. Riddhi Patel. If you found this useful, share it with someone who is on blood pressure medication. They need to understand what that pill is doing inside their body. And subscribe, because this channel exists to give real life saving information to real people. See you in the next one.